Hello Mechwarriors. Today we're doing a quick review of the Shadowcat. It doesn't matter which Shadowcat you go with because you're not going to be using the original Omnipods. I came up with this build idea when I was building the Ultimate Noble. And Ultimate Noble, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be up tomorrow. So this is just for today, a quick review, and I want to show you what I came up with. So let's look into the meat and potatoes of this build before we talk about the Omnipods. So the meat and potatoes of this build is you have a heat management of 1.61, you have a firepower of 16, which is not incredible, and you have a speed of 97, and that's an unskilled speed, by the way. And you have jump jets and mask, of course, and that's really nice. So let's delve into this. So we're going to read the quirks with the skills attached to it, because that's really where it's at. So if we had a Gauss on here, Clan Gauss cooldown 5%. Now let's read into what we actually have. So we have a cooldown of 17.9%. We have a range of plus 20%. We have a cooldown for the ballistics, which is what we're using, of plus 15%. So that's plus 32.9%. So essentially we have a 33% cooldown just for the ballistic weapons, which is really, really nice. We have a heat of minus 3.3. And then, of course, I mentioned that we have the range. Now, let's go into the ammo. So we're running Proto 8s here. And so if we go down to the Proto 8s, we're getting an additional 50 shots for every ton of ammo. Survival. Armor bonus plus 21%. Fall damage minus 10%. Base armor to the left and right torso, we're getting plus 8. Left and right arm, or left arm, we're getting plus 8. Right arm, we're getting plus 16. And then crit hit chance receiving, minus 32%. Base structure bonus, plus 30%. And then right torso, we're getting plus 9. Left torso, plus 5. And left leg and right leg, we're getting plus 8. In addition, mobility, torso yaw speed, plus 10%. Jump jets, plus 6%. Operational heat, your max heat, plus minus 15%. Jump jet heat, minus 20%. Heat generation, minus 10%. Sensor range, we're getting really locked up on features here on this build. Plus 35%. Radar deprivation, minus 80%. Target info gathering, plus 35%. Seismic sensor range, plus 200%. And then we have two cool shots that are fully skilled out and a UAV. So that's what we're getting out of this build here. Now, how is that possible? So we have we're using the original Shadowcat B, and part of the reason I went with using this is because it has a nice jump jets and it has a decent armor in the center torso. So we're going with a P right arm and a P left arm, and then you're going to go with a prime left torso, and then the B right arm or right torso. Now, what are you getting out of these? As you can see, you're getting a whole bunch of ammo features here, plus ballistic cooldown and base armor. When you come over to this guy here, you're getting cooldown, heat, torso yaw, and base armor. I don't think we're getting anything for the head. No, we're married. And then you come over to the left torso, you're getting cooldown, range, base armor, and base structure. And then you come over to the left arm here, we're not getting anything at all. But it just kind of works out that way. So this makes this actually a pretty formidable mech. You're getting base armor and base armor here. As far as the build design goes, yes, I know I probably ought to be doing 2 armor in the rears, but I feel pretty confident because I'm pretty well aware of my area, especially with having the seismic sensor maxed out, that I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, I rarely get killed from behind in a Shadowcat. I'm usually far too aware of anybody around me. But this build really, really works. And so when you come and take a look at the actual setup here, so you have a heat that's originally 2.5, and now it's reduced by 0.23, and then you have a cooldown that's normally 2.5, that's actually reduced by 0.822. Your optimum range is 360, and now it's actually well above 400. It's 432, I think it is. So that makes a huge difference. And then when you come to your ammo, for each ton, normally you get 50 shots, but you're getting an additional 50 shots for each ton. So each ton gives you 100 shots, so you can really load this thing up. And because your heat management is stupid good, you don't have to add any double heat sinks or anything. Now when you come to the skills tree, that's where it really shines. So I added additional cooldown here, maxed out on range, 3 points into heat generation. I'm not too worried about velocity because it doesn't have a lot of range. If it had really good range, I might have add some stuff for velocity. But skeletal density, armor hardening, reinforced casing, all maxed out. Overheat damage, I think this is going to be really hard pressed to get into overheat. Honestly, and I tried it pretty vigorously in Roulette, doing jump jets and driving around and shooting the weapons. I couldn't get it to overheat, not even once. So you don't even need to override on this. Lift speed increased by 2. One into shock absorbers. Cool run, heat containment. I kind of run those anyways. Maxed out on seismic sensors. Maxed out on radar deprivation because we don't have ECM. And 2 cool shots on a UAV. This makes for a pretty formidable mech on the battlefield. And if you don't like using the protos, you can go with a pair of AC2s, and the cooldown is like 0.25 seconds. It's really small. So that's also something to consider. And then once again, you're getting a tremendous amount of ammo, and your range is stupid. I think it's over 1,000 meters for your range. So it's really good, really, really good. So anyways, consider this build if you like. I know I'm going to be running this on the battlefield, and hopefully I'll see you.